Welcome everyone, this is Andre's Restart, and this time we are talking about the best games to play on Nintendo Switch this fall of the year 2023. Now this list is going to include games that are coming out around this time and that are about to come out throughout these holidays, but also games that have been available on Switch for a while that I think are simply good to play around this time of the year. Now obviously this is my opinion on what games I think would be a good fit to play around this time of the year, but I'm sure a lot of you in the comments will have other ideas as well, so please share them with me down below. But before getting into this top 10 list here, let me mention that we are aiming to reach 50,000 subscribers, so if you do enjoy my content, please subscribe and hit that notification bell, and enjoy the ride as we talk about Nintendo every day. And one more thing I'd like to discuss before getting into the main topic for this video is a message from today's sponsor, which is Temu. Temu is an online shop that gives you access to a whole range of items at discounted prices. A few months ago, Temu was relatively unknown to me. I did not know much about this company. Their products are coming from outside the country, but I had heard other people giving Temu a try, finding great deals, getting products that work perfectly fine, and in my experience, it's been pretty great. They sent me a number of different items that I've come to enjoy, a lot of which are related to the Nintendo Switch, a GameCube-like controller, and a really nice Switch stand, or other little accessories like these little thumb pads. And there's also great deals on games like Super Mario Odyssey, or even some special editions like the Splatoon 3 OLED. Going beyond games though, I also got Unstable Unicorns for a pretty good deal. I really enjoy playing this game with friends. If you haven't tried it before, you definitely should. And I got other little objects like this really comfortable pillow, these sandals, this coin jar, this car vacuum cleaner. There's a lot of convenient things at very good prices. So if any of this interests you, check out the links in the description below or the pinned comment and use my discount code DEAL7576 to save just a bit more. Now is as good a time as any, given that we are approaching the holidays. There's a lot of different deals coming up. You'll see new things popping up every day, but also specific discounts for the holidays. So I definitely think it's worth checking out. And again, thank you Temu for sponsoring today's video. I'm going to bring up a game that I suppose is in some way, shape, or form an honorable mention, and that is Detective Pikachu Returns. Now, this game I'm not putting in my actual top 10 list because it didn't review quite well, but it is something that a lot of people have been waiting for. It is a game about mystery, and if you are interested in something like this, especially if it's surrounded by the concept of Pokemon, well, Detective Pikachu Returns is available for the Switch. For the first game on my list here, it's actually going to be Skyrim Anniversary Edition. Now yes, Skyrim has been around for a very long time, but perhaps you haven't given it a chance yet. And maybe you already played Tears of the Kingdom and you're looking for another big fantasy medieval adventure. Well, Skyrim is a pretty darn good choice, especially because for the rest of October, all Bethesda games are seeing significant discounts, including Skyrim, which is being sold for 50% off. Now moving on to something that's a fair bit newer is Sonic Superstars. The game just came out. It is a quality Sonic game. But I'll also mention, if you're looking for more of a discounted game, Sonic Mania, another quality Sonic game, is also currently 50% off on the eShop for the rest of October. There are still games yet to release for this year though. One of them includes WarioWare Move It, which releases on November 3rd. From what we understand, it's quality WarioWare gaming. You have a whole bunch of micro games, you can do all sorts of things, and this time it has more to do with moving around, hence the name Move It. But perhaps you're not looking for a party game that you can play with friends and be moving around, making a clown of yourself. Perhaps you just want to sit back, relax, and invest yourself into some sort of epic magical adventure. If that's the case, then I might recommend Sea of Stars. Sea of Stars also came out not so long ago. It's come out with raving reviews, one of the best reviewed games of the year. It's an RPG that's said to be a spiritual successor to Chrono Trigger, a historically great game, but others have compared it to Mario & Luigi, another great RPG series. On the note of Mario and great RPGs, there's another that's coming out November 17th, and that's a remake for Super Mario RPG. It's looking to be a very high quality remake. We have totally new CGI cutscenes, a number of quality of life updates, 100% remade high quality HD visuals, and it's looking to be one of the highlight games for Nintendo Switch this fall. Now, given that this is a list for the fall, I think it would be a bit remiss of me if I didn't mention some quality Halloween games. And one of the most ideal ones that comes to mind is Luigi's Mansion 3. It's an incredible game that's family friendly yet still presents some of those spooky, creepy elements, and it can be played with a friend. So if you haven't played Luigi's Mansion 3 yet, I definitely recommend giving it a try. Another Halloween-centric game that I would recommend is Amnesia Collection. This collection's been around for a little bit, but it is a compilation of 3 quality horror experiences, and it's also 90% off on the eShop, so it's pretty darn cheap. So if you're looking for a scare without losing your wallet, this might be one of your best possible picks. This next pick I have here, in part I'm suggesting because yes, it has some creepy elements and it is fitting for the month of October, but it's also fitting simply as the kind of game you should play for the holidays, one of the biggest, best releases for the year, and is currently the second highest rated game of the year for Nintendo Switch, and that's Metroid Prime Remastered. This historically great game has been totally redone visually with a number of quality of life updates. It feels like a modern game in many ways, and it's also cheaper than most other AAA published Nintendo titles. So if you're hoping to play one of the best sci-fi first-person adventure games of all time, definitely give it a go. Something that isn't necessarily Halloween related, but definitely is one of the best games of the year, and should be played if you haven't gotten around to it yet, is The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Currently the highest reviewed game for Nintendo Switch this year, and it's likely to stay that way, and also one of the biggest, most ambitious adventures Nintendo's ever made. For many, it's going to be the game of the year for the Switch. So if you haven't given it a try, I definitely recommend strong consideration for this one. But Tears of the Kingdom, as great as it is, will not be the final game that I have for this list. Those honors go to Super Mario Bros. Wonder, a game that's recently come out, and to also stellar reviews, one of the best of the year. It's a game that you can enjoy on your own, or perhaps in a subtle way with others through the casual online features of the game, or maybe with friends right at home on your couch with local cooperative play. A lot of the discussion around Mario Bros. Wonder is that maybe this is the best 2D Mario since Super Mario World, which initially released in 1990. So maybe the best 2D Mario game in the last 3 decades. All I can say is that from what I've experienced so far, it's a very good time, and I highly recommend this game. But that is my list for the top 10 games to play this fall. Are there other games you think would be a good fit to play around this time? Let me know in the comments below. This is Andres Restart. Thank you so much for listening and watching, and I'll see you all really soon. Take care. Bye.